Live from the City of Angels, it's Sunday night.
It's fine, it's cool. You can say that we ain't nothing
From
but
tonight's
love.
MMT evaluation, Bugonia. In the background, Chappelle Roan. Emma Stone sings along to this.
I don't wanna call it off.
In the film, we discussed tonight one of only 3 MMT evaluations tonight. Live as always. Also tonight, we are going to break down Chainsaw Man, a film I did not expect to even see, and man, did I love it. And our third of the triumvirate tonight is A House of Dynamite, just debuted on Netflix. I like 2 of the 3. I already told you one of them I like, so you don't know which one I didn't like of the other 2. It's time to find out on this Sunday night. Thanks for being here. As always, come with your comments. If you saw any of these films this weekend, no, Bugonia was only platformed in New York, LA, I believe Toronto as well. So you're going to have to wait till next week. I promise you this, we get into Bugonia here moments away. I am not going to spoil that film because I don't want to. It's not fair. And I think it's a film that is cool in that the ending's wild. Just straight up wild. And I don't want anyone to destroy that experience you're going to have with this. Your virginal watch when you watch Bugonia. I think I just gave away I'm recommending it. Well, whatever, man. It's Sunday. I'm in a giving mood here. Again, come in with your thoughts. I'll get to as many as possible. If I don't get to them when you send them, at the end of the show, we do the comment blast closeout, which is my time to get to your thoughts. Let's just get right into it here tonight. Let's do the first of our 3 MMTEs, and that is Bugonia. This is the 3rd Yorgos Lanthimos film in the past 3 years. The man needs a break. Even just said that. And I can imagine. We're kind of Yorgos's out, right? We all are a little bit. But the good news is he saved his best for last here tonight as we break down Bugonia live on MMT.
We wonder why Earth is dying. I've done a ton of research on this and discovered you.
You're in an echo chamber.
My pulse is racing right now.
This fall,
We have 4 days to save Earth.
when the clock runs out,
You have to let me go.
the truth will be revealed.
I have information you need.
Alien fellas.
It's up to you and me to save our planet.
Bugonia.
All right, let's go. Here's what I like about the film, okay? It's very straightforward, very easy to consume, as opposed to Kinds of Kindness. A lot of you did not have the same experience with that film that I did. I like that film much more than Poor Things. But of the 3 Yorgos films that we've seen over the past 3 years, this is the most accessible. Now, that's not to say that the ending isn't batshit insane. But I believe that what you're getting from this story is Emma Stone, the CEO of this powerful company. Is she an alien or not, as Jesse Plemons surmises? Well, you'll find out. But that's pretty straight up, right? Not a lot of weird shit outside of what happens in the film at the end. But just that setup is true. There's no bait and switch. And that's good. And yes, of course, you've got Emma Stone, you got Jesse Plemons sparring throughout this. And you have the third character, but really the 2 of them going head to head is the highlight here. Kind of Master-esque, right? Go back to what I consider PTA's best film, and that is The Master. And there are moments in this film that feel like that. And listen, without giving it away, it's a no BS finish. So many times you get sold that a film's going to be this, and then you get to it and you're like, huh? And by the way, that's coming up with House of Dynamite. So be ready for that evaluation here in moments. But this film, no. Without giving it away, it doesn't not give you what you're looking for. Another note here, throughout this film, if you're into conspiracies, you're going to dig Bugonia because there's a lot of discussion. You ever hang out on X? A lot of predictive programming stuff goes around on that site. Also YouTube, even Instagram, TikTok. Everyone loves to talk about that, how Hollywood shows you stuff. Well, let me tell you, in Bugonia, you're going to see all kinds of stuff that you're going to say, here it is again. Yorgos, throughout this film, prominently showing you the flat earth model in the reality of the world. So that is kind of cool. Whether you believe it or not, okay? And we've had that discussion so often on MMT Gets Freaky, how I don't believe we're exactly where they say we are. I don't know where we are, but this film adds to the intrigue with that. I think it's a tad overlong. It's not over 2 hours, but I think we can squeeze 5-10 minutes out of this, but it's not enough to ruin the experience. You know what's interesting? I have this at an 89%. And the more I ruminate on this film, I could see myself going higher because the ending is cool. I like that he does some really bizarre shit, but it works. It's all in the service of the story. And I can't emphasize enough how much I want to applaud Yorgos Lanthimos tonight for the best of his 3 films. But also the fact that he did not bait and switch me or you when you see Bugonia. Recommend number 1 here tonight on MMT. Anyone else saw it? I got a moment for your comments. I'll get to them, but I do want to knock these 3 evaluations out. 1, 2, 3. A reminder, no one else does these live. No one with the efficiency that we do here on MMT. You know it, the gold standard. Bring that comment back up if you would, please, Gone Girl. I just saw it, and then I brought up my own little thing here. So how does Bugonia compare to the Korean original? I did not see it, Mount Fillmore. So I'm not familiar with what this is based on. So that's kind of cool for me because it was a unique experience. Now, if you're familiar with it, different story, okay? But you'll be able to answer that question once you see it. And again, I recommend you see Bugonia. This is one of several films recently that I've really liked. Obviously, Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, I still have as the number 1 film of the year. That is exactly in my wheelhouse. You ask me, what do I like when I go to the movies? I want to watch a film like Springsteen. But the beauty of cinema, when it's good, is that you turn around and get something totally 180 from that, and you get Bugonia, and yet it still works. And by the way, Begonia's still pretty grounded. I mean, yeah, I know that sounds nuts. When you watch it, you'll be like, what's he talking about? But the characters all feel real, okay? I think that in Poor Things and Kinds of Kindness, you get characters that feel like they're not really authentic. They're just a little too quirky. This film really grounds them. Again, man, huge kudos to Yorgos Lanthimos for this film. He really did it. And that is a win comparing to where I was back with Poor Things, a film that I eviscerated incessantly here. And I still hate. But because I am the most objective voice in this space, the most fearless voice in this space, I'm here to tell you that Bugonia is a very good film that you should see this coming week when it comes out on Thursday night. Let's do evaluation number 2, and then we will do evaluation number 3, and then we'll just get into whatever else is going on here on this Sunday night. I do want to mention this. I sometimes forget to do this on some of these films because we are in the Oscar season soon. This is award season, as you may or may not know. And if you ask me, what can Bugonia be? Well, first of all, clearly a Best Picture this year. It's one of the best films of the year. You've got director, probably will be very hard for him because there's already people locked in there, like a Ryan Coogler, like a PTA. There's just spots already taken. Okay, but Emma Stone, without question, deserves to be here, and Jesse Plemons. They're both leads. Okay, I also like the supporting third, but you asked me the strongest possibilities. It would be Plemons, it would be Stone, and I would throw it in for adapted screenplay. Again, when you start talking about one of the best films of the year, then you're going to put that ahead of virtually anything you could name because it's been a bad year. And luckily, I'm coming across some pretty decent films here at the end. And speaking of shocker of shockers, I had an extra A-list to burn this morning, and I said, well, Chainsaw Man's the number one film of the weekend globally. Over $100 million on the global bank thus far. 17.5 roughly here in the States. Outperform. This is a better film than Demon Slayer. It's not even a contest. But I didn't know that going in. I went in going, oh no, I'm going to probably walk out of this like I did Demon Slayer because I don't understand it. It's just not really for me. Well, that's not what happened. That's the beauty of going to the movies and taking a chance, and I did with our evaluation number 2. It's a big recommend on Chainsaw Man. Here is 30 seconds to set the scene.
The name's Reze. I can teach you everything. Let me teach you.
I might fall for this girl.
Everybody's after my chainsaw horse! Does nobody want Dixie's horse?
Chainsaw Man.
I mean, just insane, right? Just that 30-second clip. You're like, what in the hell is going on? But here's where the film surprised me. It's a very grounded human experience in this, especially early. There's a moment where the lead, right, Chainsaw Man, I'm not going to get into all the lore and break down the synopsis and all that. I'm just going to tell you why you need to see this. That's what we do better than anyone. We're not Film Threat wasting your time with like a 3-minute synopsis I can get from Wikipedia. God, I love that. That was just a great barb right there. Bang! Take that. But when you look at Chainsaw Man, the moments of grounded human experience, those are what drew me in earlier. A scene where Chainsaw Man, before he becomes Chainsaw Man, goes to the movies. They see 10 movies in one day. And one of the characters is like, only one of the 10 was good. And she's like, well, if you see one good movie, I believe that can change your life. I'm like, my God, this is like an MMT movie. I was shocked. I was floored. I'm sitting there in IMAX going, hell no. This is not where I expected to be at this moment. That's really cool. And like a lot of anime films that are great, it has those moments of hypnotic beauty. And this has all of that. Even within the battles, there's just quiet moments that really work. Then you finally get to the mind-melting, kaleidoscopic battles, as I call them. These things are wild. They are massive. It looks beautiful with the splash of color, the whole palette on the screen. Very artistic. I mean, you talk about artistic value on this film. Extremely high grade on that. Very similar to A Moon Age Daydream for me. One of my favorite films of the past 5 years. The Bowie doc. That film artistically is straight fire. And I had some of those same feels here. Completely, absolutely flabbergasted when I came out of this. And it's one of my favorite films of the year. 93% on the MMT score for Chainsaw Man. So if I liked it, there's a really good chance you will. Even if you don't know any of the lore, if you're not really into anime, I don't care. Because I'm not really the anime king. I don't know anything about Chainsaw Man, the series, the show, whatever it is. I don't know nothing. I just walked into this. Like, the film is pretty solid at a standalone. At the beginning, you're going to be like, but then, as opposed to Demon Slayer, it brings in those human elements, like the movie going, like falling in love. These things all help you get drawn into the creation. And then once you're in, you go, okay, I get it. I'm in. So this is another W for this weekend for me. Anime is some of the best storytelling you'll ever see. You talk about my favorite anime film of all time, and I don't profess to be the anime expert, okay? I'm never going to make that claim. Make a lot of claims. Never that. Is Belle. I adore Belle. I saw Belle twice in IMAX. And if you've never seen Belle, Belle, you need to see that film. I wish you could have seen it in IMAX on a big screen with that sound. So much music in that film. Beauty and the Beast, musical, just, wow. I still listen to a lot of those songs when I'm getting ready for the show because there's a spiritual aspect to it. I think the best of anime that I've seen has that spiritual, grounded, human element to it. And Chainsaw Man, even though you're like, what? Chainsaw Man? Nah. Yes, Chainsaw Man has a ton of humanity, and it is in my top films of the year. There's a very good chance that Chainsaw Man will be in my top 10 films, regardless of animation, documentary, drama, horror, top 10 films of the year. Because I don't subscribe to the theory that everything has to have a separate compartment. Like, this is the best animated film. Well, clearly it's the best animated film. If it's in my best films of the year, then of course you know that it's going to be the best animated film. So this is win number 2. Now, unfortunately for film number 3, a film that I bet some of you watched this weekend, this is not a W. And I'm not just saying that because I'm not a fan of Netflix. I'm saying it because the movie ain't great. Are you guys ready? Here comes 30 seconds or so of House of Dynamite, our third of 3 live MMTEs.
Is this real?
Stratcom is asking for launch instructions right now. I'm gonna need you to breathe.
We are talking about hitting a bullet with a bullet.
So it's a fucking coin toss? That's what $50 billion buys us?
Get in the car and just start driving.
If we do not take steps to neutralize our enemies now,
there's a taste of the film. You can see this is a nuclear threat. A bomb is launched at the United States, and we have to respond. And we get the inside the war room discussions of what's the proper way to deal with this threat, and is it real? All of that in about 2 hours or so of runtime for this movie, House of Dynamite. Now, I only have negatives here. I don't think it's a terrible film, but I don't have anything glowing to say about this. And the number one thing that's wrong with this film is you get a 3 POV storytelling blueprint. Very much like, go back to The Last Duel. I had problems with that film because when you tell the same story through 3 different POVs, you lose momentum. You already know what's going to happen. We're just seeing it from the point of view of another character, and that's House of Dynamite. We get to a point where what's going to happen, and then we're going back earlier in the day to the next group arriving that we've already seen talking on the War Room chat. We get to see their POV inside their war room. And then eventually we get to the president, Idris Elba, and his day as he's at the WNBA event and he gets pulled out. And what are we going to do? You see, you loosen and lose the tension by doing that. And you just lose interest. The viewer's like, okay, yeah, I get it. Where are we going here? What's going to happen? Instead, we're going back in time to relive it again. Not smart. Not well designed. Also, throughout this film, you have unnecessary character drama insertion. What does that mean? That means here comes a character and we're going to saddle this character with something that makes it important that the bomb doesn't hit. Now, don't get me wrong. You got to do that. But why does every character have to, well, I'm getting married. I've got a daughter I'm estranged from. I'm the president. My wife's in Africa. Like every character, and there's like 1 billion characters in this movie. Every character is seen clutching a picture of somebody or making a phone call to mom or whatever. Imagine anything because it's all in this film. Because they're trying so desperately to make you care about these characters. Rebecca Ferguson and her husband and their daughter or son, whatever. I don't remember. And that's this film. I was like checked out throughout this entire thing. Thank God it was on. Oh, well, I was going to say on Netflix, but yeah, I didn't watch it on Netflix, because I'm not paying you shit. Ever. It's never happening. But here's the thing, is when you look at this film, it's just not an awards film, okay? The other thing that's laughable is you've got this shaky cam office direction, right? You've seen The Office? I felt like I'm watching The Office. What is this? Catherine Bigelow, really? You have an Oscar. Multiple Oscars, right? What's happening here? Why does this look like Modern Family or The Office? It's just not great. I haven't even gotten to the thing that's pissing you guys off the most. The unfinished finish. We just leave the film. We build and then, oh, by the way, well, we know what's going to happen. But I want to watch that. Can we watch just some of it? I mean, hell, we had The Day After Tomorrow when I was a kid. It was on ABC. We were scared shitless. We were little kids. We're like, hey, everybody, gather around the TV. Here's the nuclear fallout movie, The Day After Tomorrow. We're like, no! You literally couldn't sleep for a week. That's why Gen X is so fucked up. Because of that film. This film will not fuck you up. This film will bore you. This film will be repetitive for you. It's an MMT score of 60% for a house of wet dynamite that doesn't explode. That looks really good in the marquee, right? Here's how you fix it. Well, how do you fix House of Dynamite? Well, I mean, first of all, don't let Netflix have it because Netflix screws everything up. Give it to an actual studio that knows what they're doing, and they'd say, hey, Catherine, let's get rid of this 3 POV that you have with your writer, and let's get this and just streamline and make it better, man. This is just not that great. Also, when you get rid of that 3 POV structure, it allows you more time on the back end, right? You guys understand that, right? Time management. Instead of 3 POV, I get room at the end, and I can then explore at least a little of that. I'm not saying I need to see the whole film. I don't need to see the fallout and then what. Okay, I get it. They probably think they're going to make a House of Dynamite 2. Knowing Netflix and their unlimited budget, they probably will. But if House of Dynamite is in Best Picture ahead of like Bugonia or Springsteen, we're going to riot. Okay? We're going to riot. MMT's going to riot. We're going to meet over at the AMC 16 here in Burbank. We're going to march from there over to the 6, then to the 8. We're going to make like a triangle to each of the theaters, carrying signs and throwing Molotov cocktails. Oh, no, I'm going to get her. But seriously, it's going to get ugly if House of Dynamite gets a Best Picture or Best Anything ahead of Springsteen. There's going to be trouble. I'm going to make certain there is unrest in this city, and it's your responsibility as viewers of the Riddler's channel from the Batman to make it uncomfortable for Netflix if that should happen. I lost it with Reese and the empty. Exactly. Oh my God, right? The WNBA arena. He's doing a photo shoot. There's no one there. I assume it's during the day, though. We can't listen, Matthew, we can't make fun of the fact that there's so much messaging here, right? WNBA with an empty arena. Isn't it funny? Listen, can I just rail on the WNBA for a minute? I love how they think that they should get paid the same. It's like no one goes to your games. You have to give tickets away. Tickets are cheap. People go to the NBA, so those players make money. Do you not understand that when no one goes to your games, you're not going to make a big salary? Do you think that me as the host of Midnight Movie Talk, MMT, you think I expect to be paid $1 million a year with the views and subscribers and likes that we have? Hell no! I'm not fucking delusional. I know where we stand. We are the Riddler's channel from the Batman, and we will forever be that. And that's what I want. I don't even want it to get big. Well, the WNBA doesn't have to worry about that. It's never going to get big. Only someone like Nolan can pull that off. Dunkirk. Yes, but I didn't even love Dunkirk. But you're right. You need to have someone who's an expert, okay? You want to talk about a better film, about building tension, and similar to House of Dynamite, but like 1,000 times better? Last year, September 1st. What the hell was that movie called? October 1st? September something. You know, the one that was over at the Munich Games. September 22nd? Oh my God, I literally forgot. July 22nd? That was the other. I forgot what it was called. That's how it's gone. That's a much better film. Similar with the build, but at least it's got one narrative thrust forward, not like thrust, pause, back, thrust, pause, reverse, thrust. What? September 5th or 6th? I can't. It's, yeah, exactly. I forgot. I'm not sending that. That's Gone Girl sending that. But that's the thing, is I don't even remember something, but that's a better film. All right, I want to talk about this. By the way, tonight's kit is Venezia. And why am I wearing this? Well, first of all, this is typically our Oscar night kit, but that's like 3 months away. I'm allowed to wear kits I like at least more than, look, this is like Trumpian. Watch out. Our guy with 3 strands of hair at the Rap's going to be like, he's doing the Trump thing. Weber's doing the Trump thing. What's wrong with that guy? He's full on MAGA. Worry about your 3 strands of hair that are probably 2 now. Okay? That's what you need to worry about. Rap guy, nobody pays attention to you because you're a no one. You've never said anything interesting. That's where we'll leave that. But why am I wearing this? Because look, there's a little bit of orange. You guys, hold on. Can you see the orange? I've got orange there. There's orange on the sleeves. We're in Halloween. Why do you think everything is orange here? We're coming up on Halloween. So I have a wonderful kit picked out for Thursday night. That's our Halloween show. We'll go over the best horror films of 2025 that night. And on Thursday, I'm actually thinking of riding my bike through Toluca Lake while you guys watch all the... You got to see this. I'm just letting you know, I'm thinking about doing a live stream on a bike on Friday, riding through Burbank and Toluca Lake on Halloween night. You have no idea what it's like. It's insane. So I might do that. We'll see how motivated I am come Halloween. But we're definitely doing a stream on Thursday. I look forward to seeing you back here then. I want to talk about this tonight. I was going to do an evaluation of Song Blue. I swear to God. I'm so glad I didn't see this, actually. Song Blue, which is the new Hugh Jackman, Kate Hudson movie. Well, guess what? Focus said, no, you cannot come. They did. It's exactly what they said. Okay, so just a quick story. I wasn't invited. I get invited to a lot. I got invited by Searchlight to see the Bradley Cooper movie. I got invited by Fox to see Springsteen. I saw it in theaters, but I got invited. I get invited virtually almost not everything, but a lot of things, okay? But here's the thing. No Focus features. And I was sitting there going, why is Focus not letting me? So anyhow, someone I know, I'm not going to say who, was invited tonight and said, hey, do you want to come along? I said, yeah. So when that person told Focus that I was the guest, Focus said, oh, we're full. They weren't full. I have someone who told me they just got in. Do you know why Focus is not letting me come see Song Blue? And I just raved about Bugonia. So focus, suck it. Seriously, swear to God. Right there, right? Old school Degeneration X. Wham! Because you just got love from me for Bugonia. So stick it right where the sun doesn't shine, because I don't play that way. You're not going to get me to say, well, your films are great. And I'm sorry if I railed on your boy Robert Eggers, the most overrated director in the history of Hollywood, and his incredibly dull, lame Nosferatu with the mustache Nosferatu. The Lorax Nosferatu. Because I was thinking about that, and I'm like, why did they ban me? Because Eggers is like, this motherfucker's making fun of the mustache. Go back. I absolutely hammered that film repeatedly. So studios don't like that. And the funny thing is I was thinking about this today, and the reason I have the tweet up, I had to remind myself, is I said, wait a second. Who was the biggest fan and the biggest cheerleader for Tar? Tar was a Focus Features film. When we had our critics group, Sunset Circle, and we had a lot of awesome members, loved doing that, just being a pain in the ass to do. So I said, forget it. This is like Awards Ace. I do it and I go, I'm kind of over this. And there's nothing, by the way, lesson to be learned. Don't be afraid to do that. One day I might pull the plug on MMT. The reason I do it is because it's easy for me. It doesn't take a lot of work. I just come on here and shoot the shit. Right? I'm doing live. I have to go back in and edit a bunch of crap. But when you look at Tar, Sunset Circle named it Best Film, Best Director, Best Screenplay. We gave it everything, and we were the first awards group anywhere across the globe to do that. And by the way, history looks really good to us right now, doesn't it? Because Tar was very clearly the best film of 2022. But Focus loved me. They were like, oh my God, Todd Field's so happy. Got emails from Focus. This is great. Not the aim. It's never the aim. But when someone appreciates that, it's awesome. Here's the deal, though. Then you turn around a few years later and you say, oh, man, this is bad. Robert Eggers overrated. And they go, forget it. We don't like him anymore. Take him off our list. He can't be on our list anymore. I don't care, Focus. I don't give a shit. You think I care? Did that enter into my evaluation of Bugonia tonight? No, it did not. Will it enter into my evaluation of Hamnet? No, it will not. So I can't stand when we do that. I just can't. And I'm never going to play the game. If you think I'm going to say something's good, or I'm only going to accentuate the positives, or I'm not going to destroy a film because it hurts your feelings or hurts a director's feelings, too bad. I don't care. I don't need directorial friends. It does nothing for me. I can't actually do anything with that. You guys know what I mean? There's nothing it doesn't help me. What helps me is being honest and authentic. And hopefully you guys get that from me. That's the aim here at MMT. Okay, let's do this too. I got two quick 1-2s, and then I'll get into a trailer and I'll get some comments here on this Sunday night. I want to get to this too. This is something from the other night. It's our brand new segment here. It's MMT's Thief of the Week, and it's ERC box office. And I've had drinks with him before, so it's not personal, but I got to call him out. So this is from the other night. I'm gonna show you this real quick. Let me pull this down. I'm gonna pull this so you can see it. And this is his tweet, and then I'm going to show you and say, you tell me if it's been theft. ERC's tweet from Friday. Remember, our stream's from Thursday night, so it was before this. Remember, when Disney acquired 20th Century Fox, theatrical exhibition lost 10 to 14 major studio releases annually and have not competed at that level since. For those keeping track, 208,000 views. Well, guess what? My show from Thursday night. You want to have a listen to what I had to say? You want to listen to this from Thursday night? You guys want to, you know why you're a thief? I can tell you why. Listen to this, and you tell me if it's not exactly what you hear only 12 plus hours before. We do not need to lose another studio. When we lost Fox and Disney purchased it, became 20th Century Studios, you lost a ton of films, right? 20th Century only puts out a few films a year now. In the past, 20th Century had one a month minimum, okay? So you look at all those films that collapsed down to like 2 or 3. This is one of them here tonight, Springsteen. So it's I just said that. Fox. When they merged with Disney, we lost all those films. One a month. That's 12. He said 10 to 14. ERC, you're a bitch for stealing that. A bitch. Don't forget that. I'll straight up. Not that's just lame. It's just lame. Especially like right after, right? Because I tell you guys all the time, I've told you this a million times, right? I do this stream and there's gold everywhere. There is gold across the board here. This is not Film Threat where you have to like mine for anything that's even semi-interesting. This is always live and always got a lot of insight and good stuff. I mean, it is what it is. But here's the thing. Don't do that 12 hours later and then just pretend. I just love it. So I know the truth. He knows the truth. And isn't it curious? Even if he doesn't know the truth, it's a little curious the timing. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, I think you do. Okay, let's watch a trailer. We'll get to some comments here on this Sunday night. It is now 35 minutes. Wow, look at this. Oh, I do want to mention this too. Stuckman's shitty weekend. All right, Chris Stuckman did not have a good weekend. He was, well, you guys hear about Shelby Oaks, right? I got a lot of trouble for people coming after me. Shelby Oaks is Chris Stuckman's film. I can't believe you said that it's Mike Flanagan's. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's just talk about this first. Shelby Oaks opened to $2.4 million this weekend on a wide screen count. Total was like... I'm burping, sorry. 1,800 screens. Guess what the average is? This is what we talk about all the time. The average is junk, okay? Do you see this average? $1,284. So Chris Stuckman had a really shitty weekend because that's bad, okay? Especially because Halloween time, you should have people going to horror films. Black Phone's now at 80 million. It's already profitable for Universal. But Shelby Oaks did jack shit. So what happened to Stuckman's 2 million subs? He's got 2 million subs. And you're telling me that you can't get more people to come see your horror film? Right? This is the kind of number I expect from a guy with 0 subs. Well, or the subs we have. But that's the thing. What happened? Why did his subscribers, his fans, not go out and support this? Or did they at 1,200 per? It's not good. It's really bad. But also, let's go ahead and close the whole Shelby Oaks situation just because I get a lot of people coming in and saying they watched that stream where I said it's Flanagan's film. Let me just ask you guys a question. When he initially made the film, he spent $1.4 million on it, okay? When Neon acquired it, they said, it's not really good enough. Let's spend another $1 million to do reshoots with Mike Flanagan helping out, okay? And what I've been told, and I said during the stream, you can tell that Flanagan did a fuck ton to that picture. There's no question about it. But when you look at it, people are saying, well, all they did is add a couple of gory scenes and some dogs at the end. Okay, I got news for you. I don't know if you guys run a budget at your house, your place, your life, but if $1 million for like a shot of someone getting their brains blown out and some dogs chewing on a body at the end, if that's $1 million, then this is the defense department that's spending the money, right? With that $5,000 hammer and all those reports of the overspending. Maybe it's the homeless budget where they just throw money into the trash and it goes and you never see any result. Because $1 million gets you more than just a gunshot blast to the head and some dogs. Do not, listen guys, listen to me, all you Stuckman apologizers. Do not come into my world and tell me and try to correct me unless you have the proof. And I said, I will rewrite, re-say, retract everything that I said about that if Neon sends me the original. They won't. So why should they? I'm just saying. I don't say they should because it's easier for me just to say that because I know it's true. But I can't, if they send it, I'll watch it. So I don't really care. The film didn't do well. But I'm right. Anyone who saw that film this weekend knows I'm right. It's right in front of you. The thing that I do better than anybody else, I see things. Do you understand? I see these things. And most people just miss them. Steve, thank you. Appreciate the super chat. Always. Loyal viewers, you guys rock. So thank you for being here. But no, it's all right in front of you. Any director who knows film, when they watch Shelby Oaks, knows exactly what I'm saying is true. Okay? So Shelby Oaks didn't open in 2,000 theaters, to be fair, and cost nothing. Harrison, that doesn't matter. We're not talking, you understand, I'm being objective right now. $1,200 per location is crap. Did I mention profit? Did I mention anything? I mentioned the turnout. We're not talking about, you understand, Harrison, you're smart. You watch the channel. You know what I'm talking about. Those are two different things. I hated Black Phone, too. I did not think it's good. I mean, didn't hate, but it's not a good film. It's $80 million. It's profitable. These are two different things. When I talk about, okay, there's three things going on here with Shelby Oaks when I talk about it. The film quality's not great. Actually, there's more. Flanagan co-directing it. Then we have the turnout this weekend. Then we have the budget. Those are four unique things, right? Harrison, I know you know this. I know. So you're doing the apologizing thing. I'm only telling you that $1,200 plus, call it $1,300 per location is bad. That's fair. That's objective. That's what we do. So don't come in here saying I'm not being fair and objective. Now, me saying that it's Flanagan's film is definitely some conjecture, but it's in front of you. And I'll tell you the big tip-off, watch Shelby Oaks. As soon as Shelby Oaks goes from the rickety old little crap film to this big widescreen thing, the title sequence, it says, what's the first thing it says? Mike Flanagan presents. I'm like, holy shit, what just happened? Dude, you talk about predictive programming and telling you things, it's exactly what's happening. And all I said, and I'll say again tonight when I watched that film that night and came on here and we did the stream, if I were Chris Stuckman, I would not be comfortable being called the director of Shelby Oaks. I would say, because, think about this. How many other directors of small films have them purchased and then reshot? That's not a normal occurrence. In a studio, yes, but not a small film. And what's wild, and this is why it's total preferential treatment, and it's all about just the name Chris Stuckman. Neon, like, if I was Chris Stuckman, I would feel yucky. Okay, I'm just going to be, listen, yucky stucky. Here's the deal. If someone bought my film and then instantly said, hey, listen, we're going to punch it up, we're going to spend another $1 million to make it better, I would feel like shit. Right? Hey, we love MMT. We're going to purchase it, but we're going to remove you as host and we're going to change the format. I'd be like, well, I got some money. I guess that's good. But I don't really like how I feel here because I feel like you're just using me. That's what Neon did. They used Chris Stuckman. And again, forget about Flanagan, Stuckman, whatever that ratio of whose film it is. Just forget all that. As a film, Shelby Oaks is wholly unimpressive and forgettable, and Chris Stuckman does not earn another film based on that. You know who earns films based on their first film? Charlotte Wells, Rose Glass, right? Just two that come to mind. Two women, but hey, is what it is. I mean, there's plenty more. These are just two that pop into my mind, right? So that's what we're talking about. You earn it. You earn in this world. You not get your shit because you're Chris Stuckman, the OG YouTube guy who's milquetoast and boring as fuck. You don't get that. You can, but there's nothing. Listen, if Chris Stuckman started today, he'd have 3 people watching. So the fact that we even have an audience, we started so late in the game. Stuckman beat me by 15 years. I mean, if we started 15 years ago, I would pray we'd have 2 million subscribers. I don't know, though. We're really edgy. We're not like him. He's milquetoast. He's safe. Nothing's risky. Everything I do here is risky. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff, right? It's just edgy. It's risky. Even Gore said that. Listen, say what you want about Gore. And we hung out. We were friends for a while. But I just don't respect him anymore. But, he goes back to, I remember him telling me, he's watching my early streams. He's like, dude, you should be bigger than Campea. You should be bigger than it. You're good. You're really good. And Chris is not the guy. And listen, Chris, I know if you're watching this, you're not going to like me saying it, but it's true. Chris isn't the kind of guy who says that shit. I give him that. He behind the scenes, he'll just say the reality. So I give him at least some credit there because most people bullshit. He was being honest, and it's true. But it doesn't matter to me because ultimately the channel is, and for me, the creation is to talk about great films, to be edgy on purpose purposeful. It's not just like I'm just going to just say these things to get a rise out of people. I believe these things. In fact, one of the comments very early here tonight, hopefully it's still there. Let me pull it up. And I appreciate this. I was getting the show ready and I looked at it and I go, oh, that's nice. It's cool to read this stuff. This is from Tony Q. Key, is it? But thank you, Tony. Hey, Eric, I've been watching your channel for a long time. My old username was Tonichi. I remember that, Tonichi. And I wanted to say that you're one of the rare, authentic voices in the film sphere. Totally get the feeling of constantly being the Riddler's channel from the Batman. I'm going through it, but in a different sphere. To be honest, it's a rite of passage and means you're doing something right. I appreciate that, Tony. I mean, I feel like we are. You know, at the end of the day, I feel like we are doing something cool here and something edgy and something, I think, authentic. You know, I would put the authenticity of what we do here at MMT up against virtually anyone. And I mean anyone. I don't care who you want to throw out. If you like a right or a left wing voice, you're going to say, I don't know if there's anyone more authentic, purely authentic than this guy, because I don't hold back. And I say things that other people wouldn't say because they could get in trouble, right? Especially if they're left wing and they say, well, I don't agree with this, or I don't, whatever, right? And that's the thing, is that you have to be fearless. You have to have strong convictions, and you have to be able to voice those. And I think we do all of those things. Let's do this real quick, and then I'll get to a couple of trailer watches because I need a break. Let's do Now You See Me, Now You Don't. The first reaction. Now, listen, I'm not even going to really talk about this other than this reaction. Why am I bringing this up? Because I don't really even care about another Now You See Me movie. But guess what we have? We have our MMT film fraud tonight. It's Hollywood Handle. You guys follow this account on Twitter, on X, the Hollywood Handle. This dude glazes everything. So are you surprised? The first reaction for this film, it's the ultimate ride, the most electrifying, mind-bending, stylish entry in the entire franchise, with jaw-dropping illusions, nonstop energy, and a finale that leaves audiences speechless. This MFer is writing for a pull quote. Hollywood Handle, you're a fraud. If you ever see me out, come tell me. I'll say you're a fucking fraud to your face. You are an absolute shill. You're an embarrassment to the space. And you regurgitate everyone else's ideas. And here it looks like it's almost an AI creation looking for a pull quote. So, ladies and gentlemen, our shill of the week / fraud of the week is the Hollywood Handle. Come after me, bro. I'm ready for you. That's the thing. Has anyone ever called me a film fraud or inauthentic or a shill? Never gonna. That's why I'm safe. It'll never happen. Right? Now, the Ringer folks who really just like me because I rail on fantasy all the time, they can't ever say I'm a fraud. They can't ever say I'm a fake. They can't ever say I'm inauthentic. So that's the thing, is always opinionated. Oh, he's just too much. Those aren't criticisms. Those are just you randomly saying. You have to respect. You got to respect the game. You got to. You don't have a choice. There's no other choice. I'm just being honest with you. There's no other choice. Let's watch the trailer. Oh, God, this is one I wanted to watch. This is called Primate. I think, is this the one with the monkeys that go wild? I've only heard a little. I swear to you, I've not watched this. So this is my first look at Primate. This film comes out here, I think, in the new year. This feels like a total January film. Let's find out what the date is. It's got to be early in the year. Here it is. This is from Paramount. It's the trailer for Primate. I'll react accordingly and pause when needed.
We're in Hawaii, baby. This is crazy. This is home. There's someone I want you to meet. This is Ben.
My hand? He wants to shake my hand?
Yeah.
So far, it looks like a Blumhouse movie, doesn't it?
Hi, Ben. Our mom rescued him, and now he's part of our family.
Ben, happy.
He's kind of cute.
Is the monkeys all AI, right? It's got to be. They didn't train a chimp to like hang out and use the iPad. I mean, I guess they could have had a stand-in chimp occasionally, but this is like Gordy come to life is so far, right?
Yeah, right.
Ben?
Did something bite him?
This is total. All they did is take Gordy from Nope and say, let's make a horror film instead of just a scene in a sitcom set.
Ben?
And the chimp runs around the house and terrorizes him. This is great. This might be fun. This might be fall. Remember that? With the girls scale up the tail. I had so much fun with that because of the condor vulture thing. It's like, oh my God, there it is. That movie was hilarious. Yeah, there it is. I called it. It's a January movie. Oh, I didn't know that. I swear to you, I didn't know that.
Me, Lucy. It's okay.
The chimp jacks her wrist up. Oh my God, this is great.
Get in the pool! Ben can't swim!
Oh shit. This looks like fun. Oh, okay, that's it. I don't need to see any or not watch any more of this. It's Gordy. That's all this is. They ripped it off. What the hell? That's all. There's no new ideas in Hollywood unless you give them to Yorgos Lanthimos and he makes weird films that are cool. Crime. What's Crime 101? You guys don't know? Okay, I'll go check that out. Is that the one with Hemsworth? Let's go back and find it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I got time for another trailer. We won't watch the whole thing. We'll just watch a little bit of them. It's just too much to watch an entire trailer. That's boring, isn't it? Just enough. That's enough. All right, here we go. Crime 101.
You're standing inside
I keep getting pushed this movie from Sony Pictures Classic. Is it Nuremberg? I think it is. I'm not going to see it. Stop asking me to see it. I feel like I don't want to watch it. Okay, here we go. This is Crime 101 from. It's in theaters. I feel like this is Amazon, isn't it? All right, let's find out.
Mike,
Sharon. So what are we driving?
if you can guess, I'll give you the keys to it.
Ooh, Chevy Chevette, racing green.
Right color.
That is a beautiful
Ooh, I like
car.
that. Is that a Camaro?
I need to be in your line of work.
Wait, is this Drive? Holy shit, it's Drive with Chris Hemsworth. Look, like all these shots, what is going on? It's not as good as Reference Crime. You know, look, you Drive, one of the best films of the 2000s, one of my favorite films of all time. It's L.A. perfection. Gritty L.A.
I'm real good at reading people.
And what have you read about me?
Okay. You look like a person who has secrets. You got the cars, the clothes.
Okay,
You can't seem to
give
look
it.
me
I'm
in
going
the
to
eye.
pause on Halle Berry's
Start by
face. Give
handing
me
me
1
your
second.
phone.
You're looking at robberies of jewels,
Okay, I like Ruffalo's involvement. I know you guys don't like his politics, some of you, but I like him as an actor.
money, or high
Sometimes, not all the time. Poor Thing's terrible.
value items in the last
Where's
4
Halle Berry?
years.
Hold on, I gotta point something out.
Now,
He's in pretty good shape, not like some of us, but he's in decent shape.
remove every robbery where there was DNA left at the scene.
Oh, that's a bad audio edit. You want to listen to that again? Listen to that one more time. Listen to the audio edit. There's DNA left at the scene. Listen to this. Listen to the edit. Listen.
Now, remove every robbery where there was DNA left.
Do you hear that? You can almost hear the edit. It's bad. Whoa, that's a bad edit. Who edited this trailer? Fire him. Listen one more time.
DNA left.
Do you hear that? DNA. That'd be like me doing a video where I edit all the time, like some of these YouTubers. One more time, just so you know, this is why we're better than anyone else. No one else would stop it here and run this 3 times, 4 times. No one. AI wouldn't do this. That's why MMT is the gold standard. We catch everything, including Chris Stuckman getting bailed out by Mike Flanagan.
Left at the scene.
You hear that? Give me a love for that. Give me a like. Right now, I want a like for that right there. Just that one thing.
I think all of these are the same guy. And he hits every time along the 101 freeway.
I mean, it's Drive.
I came here to make you a business proposition.
Okay, so I'm going to say Halle Berry looks amazing, but whenever I see Halle Berry in some of these shots and you go back and you look at, remember that Lost City with Sandra Bullock? They do so much digital work to some of these actresses' face and actors, but largely actresses, especially as they get closer to 50 or in Halle Berry over 50. You know, they go in and they put this program on their face and it gets rid of all the lines and it looks like almost an AI version of a face. It's them, but they're wearing like a computerized like mask because it clears up all of the wrinkles and shit. Does that make sense? because that's exactly what's going on with Halle Berry. She does not look this good. She looks good for her age, but not like that.
Worked at the same company for life.
Someone knows the name of the program. We have people who watch the channel that are in Hollywood that know the shit. There's a program. It costs a lot of money to run it, but in these stars' contracts, you can see, hold on, I don't know if I can zoom in, but you can see there's not anything. Her face has no wrinkles. That's because they're running the program on her face throughout the entire time she's on the screen. Whenever her face is on, they're running the program.
10 years, you're a VP when you should be a partner.
See, he has none, okay? He's got none of it right there, maybe very minimal. He's not that old. He's fine, doesn't have that many wrinkles.
Even it should be a
Conversely,
partner.
as soon as we go to her, everything's kind of just cleaned up, right? It's like cleaning it up and using an Instagram filter.
Those high-value items your company insures, I occasionally make them
This is so Drive.
disappear. And no one gets hurt.
I wouldn't die for an insurance company. Get in. There's water in the trunk.
It's like the whole movie. I'll go a little longer because it's LA. I love watching anything with LA. It's 3-minute trailer? Fuck no. I'll watch another 20 seconds.
There's a courier carrying watches and gems. And the buyer's paying cash. Looking at $11 million in one room. 3 of which I'll be taking.
Great shot on the 101 going south towards Los Angeles. That's probably up on Mulholland for sure. There's a rest area up there. I've been there many times. It's probably like, this shot is without traffic, which is Sunday night. I could probably get there in about 10 minutes to this exactly where they shot this.
No matter how much money you make, it's never enough.
I'll know when I have enough.
How?
I like to mention that for the people that are trying to pretend they're out here and they're not, because I can do it. I'll go take a picture later and say, look where I am. I don't mess around. You guys know I'm the receipt king. I'm the receipt king, man.
He's planning something new. Follow him.
My dad always says you gotta break a few eggs.
You tell him.
Oh, look who's here. I love him. He's a weirdo, right? He's good in everything. The only thing I say about Barry Keoghan, and I'm sure he does it here, he leans into being a freak show too much. I need him to pull back. In Banshees, too much. Pull back. The one time I actually liked him the most, I think, listen, you talk about a film that I am really high on that a lot of you have not seen, you didn't even give a shot to. Oh my God, I just literally lost my light. Let me see if I can get back on. But here's the thing. If not, we're going to go, okay, the ball burnout. I don't know what to tell you. We're fine. It's going to be like spooky for the rest of the show. Here's what I'll tell you. You go look at Hurry Up Tomorrow, a film that I really like. But, directorially amazing. Keoghan plays the manager. I liked him in the film.
You again, your bum.
I'm still here, by the way. It's just you barely see me.
Can't help but form a pattern. I'm getting close. I know it.
Sometimes will feel right.
All right, I've seen enough. It's like a 3-minute trailer. It's enough. Ruffalo, Keoghan. You've got a bunch of big names in this. Hemsworth and Halle Berry. That's a lot. So this is going to be theatrical. It's from Amazon, correct? That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. I just don't want to watch a whole trailer. It gives me the whole movie. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? All right, let's do it. Let's do the comment blast closeout here on this Sunday. If I didn't get to your comment, come in now, and I will pull back up the track from the beginning. Actually, you know what I'll do? Let's see if I got a different track here tonight. Oh, I do. I got a cool track from Matt Fax. I don't think I've ever played this one. This is Matt Fax's Ascend. I like Matt Fax a lot. Matt Fax is a progressive house artist. And this has got a really good breakdown, so we'll just listen to this. I don't think I've ever played it, so this is perfect. All right, here we go. Comment time. My light's out. Let me hold on. No, literally. The light just died. It is what it is, man. It's live. What do you want me to do? It kind of looks cool. All right. Chris Stuckman thought he was going to be the Tarantino of the YouTube space. How wrong was he? 100%. I mean, he doesn't have the talent. Not that I saw. You got to show me. I talk about that all the time. John Campia makes Chris Stuckman look talented at reviewing. I heard Campia's awful. Campia shaded me one time. Like, Campia, I will destroy you live. It's not even a game. Dude, here's the breakdown. This is really cool. Listen to this breakdown. This is Matt Fax Ascend. See? Listen, not only do we have exquisite taste in film, we have exquisite taste in music. We combine everything. And let's face it, fashion. And we can also do some fitness shit. That's what we do. You can't put us in a corner, man. We will not be limited to one thing. It'll never happen. But Campea is, yeah, I'll destroy that guy straight up. Discussing film and Hollywood Handle try to contribute something meaningful challenge. Good luck. Yeah, they just rehash everything. Everything. They say they don't like you, but they never say you're wrong. Exactly, Sid. Isn't that true? But the thing is like, I get it. Like, I can be a bit much for people, but here's the deal. I'm right. Why don't you just admit that? Why do people have a hard time with that? Listen, if I've watched Campea a few times, I don't think he's the worst thing ever. He wouldn't have ascended to his viewership if he weren't. But is he worthy of that? Is he that great? No. You know, I will give plaudits where it's due. If I think someone's good, I will say they're good. You guys know that. Look at Yorgos Lanthimos. I just raved about Bugonia, and I destroyed Poor Things. That's what I do. I am not going to hold a grudge and be biased. So if you ask me, is someone good? Like, you guys talk about Deep Focus Lens. And Deep Focus Lens is that girl that we watch. She's not good. She's objectively boring. She's not really that talented. She's saying things that she thinks film Twitter and the, quote, learned people want to hear. She's not real. She's putting on an act. She's kind of phony. So, listen, I'll do that all day. If someone watched me, they'd be like, listen, this guy's a bolt of energy. He's super energetic. He's super opinionated, but he's also really good at doing live streams. Like, you can't even argue that. They can't, because here's the thing is, right, Sid, here's the thing that I love. For all the people that come up in my business all the time, never once they said, you suck. They say, you're old, you're this, you're whatever. I'm like, bitches, I'm the fucking man. And the fact that they can't ever say you're bad, let me just give you a hint, guys. If there were one thing that you could take from me, it would be, he's bad. It's the first thing you do. If you don't like someone, the first thing you do is attack with the most vicious thing. You suck. They can't. They never can. They never have. Because I own you, and you know that I'm good, and you just got to accept it and join the tribe, baby. You either have to, or you can be delusional and pretend otherwise, but we both know the truth. And that's that we're the gold standard. And there's no one else that competes. It's just not even, it's just not. It's not. It's a waste. It's a waste of discussion. Let me go back to the very beginning because there's a bunch of comments tonight. Thanks for everybody. I'll get to as many as possible. We'll run this through one more time. I'm not at all mad at Shelby Oaks, but you were not wrong in what you said, Weber. Spot on. Listen, the people that are angry with me about Shelby Oaks, I'm right. I see things that no one else sees. That's why I'm the best in the game, man. And I know someone's like, well, like someone commented, this guy is full of himself. I have confidence. And I've earned confidence because I back it up, because I do the work, because when I talk, I have a receipt. That's the difference between me and virtually everybody, not in the space, but in the world. Most people talk. They do not back it up. You guys know if I'm saying at the gym for 5 days a week, I've got a six-pack. I'm not talking. I got it. I don't need, I back it up. That's the difference. And this stream is constantly backing shit up. That's what we do. So for the haters, continue to hate. All you do is you elevate me every day. I ascend higher just like the track Ascend tonight. I love it. You complete me. Seriously, it's fuel, baby. But for the people that are fans, love you too. I'll take it both ways. Wait, watch out. That no one cut that. If anyone cuts that and clips it and sends it out, I swear to God, I will ban you. I will find you. It'll be ugly, and watch out. All right, we only have about another minute of this song. I said 2 times through. Stewie, the lights outlook looks okay. Well, yeah, but I mean, it doesn't look bad, right? I guess I can also dim this if I ever get it back on. It's a ring light, right? Hold on. Let me see if I can grab it in here. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can take it off the top. So check it out. Here it is. Okay, look. Here's the ring light. This is the ring light that broke. And it sits on the side to give me just a little bit of extra, like, kind of mood lighting. But this is now broken, so I should just like talk like this. Next time I'll have it here and have it if I get one that works, and we'll just blind you with a ring light. So yeah, I don't know if this is working if ever again. But oh well. Whatever. What are you gonna do? Just before we leave, I just want to remind you guys I have an Emmy. Thanks for being here on this Sunday night. I'll see you back here on Thursday for the best horror films of the year, in addition to whatever else opens. I think it's a really quiet weekend next weekend. I think all of you are going to get Bugonia. Again, high recommend on Bugonia here tonight, in addition to Chainsaw Man. Go see Chainsaw Man in IMAX or Dolby or something with PLF, because it is big, it is loud, it sounds great. It just is a really cinematic experience. I was shocked by how much that I crushed on Chainsaw Man. Go see it this week, even if you're not an anime fan. And then when Bugonia opens up on Thursday, I recommend that film as well. Stay away from House of Dynamite. Netflix, you do not deserve anything for that film. It's not the worst film of the year, but it's by no means in the best of anything this year. At any level, it better not happen. Thanks for being here. Live from the City of Angels, MMT out. I'll see you back here on Thursday. Good night.